34 affordable rental homes available for every 100 low-income households in Illinois.
Illinois' housing market is reaching a breaking point. Prices are climbing, listings are disappearing, and families are being priced out of the neighborhoods they once called home. According to Zillow, home values across Illinois have surged 46% since 2018. A typical home that once cost around $193,000 now sells for more than $282,000, almost $90,000 more. In some towns, prices have more than doubled. Park Forest saw a 102% jump, and in North Chicago, values skyrocketed 123%. Behind these numbers are working families being priced out of their own communities. Places that were once affordable are becoming unreachable. The reason prices keep climbing isn't a mystery. Illinois doesn't have enough homes. A recent report estimates the state will need 227,000 new housing units within the next 5 years just to meet demand. Zillow data shows every one of Illinois' 26 metro areas has lost housing inventory since 2018. In Chicago, listings dropped from 38,000 to just 24,000, a 37% fall. 17 other metro areas have suffered even sharper losses, fueling bidding wars and forcing buyers to overpay or leave altogether. Nationally, housing supply is recovering. Most states have regained 90% of their pre-pandemic listings. Illinois, only 40%. That gap means Illinois families face twice the struggle to find affordable homes. As supply tightens, competition grows. Prices climb, and the cycle feeds on itself. Without a surge in construction, this imbalance will worsen, turning today's shortage into tomorrow's crisis. Illinois' housing crisis isn't just a coincidence. It's the product of policies that made building new homes harder and more expensive. Restrictive zoning laws block multi-unit buildings in single-family zones. Lengthy approval processes delay projects. And mandatory parking requirements waste developable land. Chicago has begun cutting parking minimums near public transit, a move that frees up land for affordable units. Statewide legalization of accessory dwelling units, or granny flats, could open existing lots for new housing. But many cities are still resisting, adding new red tape instead of removing it. Even when homes are available, Illinois families face another barrier: property taxes. Illinois has the highest effective property tax rate in the entire U.S., roughly 1.83%, and that burden continues to grow. High taxes drive up ownership costs and deter builders from investing in affordable projects. Experts warn that meaningful relief must pair tax reform with smarter zoning. Without both, homeownership will remain out of reach for many working families. Recent data shows that pressure already building. In September 2025, Illinois Realtors reported a 4.6% increase in homes sold compared to last year, even as inventory fell again. The median sale price hit $301,000, up 3.8% year over year, proving that demand remains strong despite higher mortgage rates. Experts at DePaul University say this shows a market-finding balance, but one still defined by tight supply and shrinking affordability. Across Illinois, the surge isn't isolated to Chicago. Data from Stacker and Zillow shows rapid growth in cities large and small. In Trivoli near Peoria, home values rose nearly 12% in just 1 year. In Glenview and LaGrange, gains averaged more than 30% over 5 years. And in exclusive suburbs like Hinsdale and Winnetka, values have jumped more than $500,000 since 2018. Whether in Champaign, Rockford, or Naperville, the pattern is the same: a limited supply meeting persistent demand. The result is an upward spiral that shows no sign of stopping. This crisis doesn't just hurt first-time buyers. It reshapes entire communities. As young families move out, local schools lose students. Small towns lose workers. And older residents, trapped by taxes and rising costs, struggle to downsize or sell. Experts say Illinois must act fast. Without reform, the state's shortage could grow from hundreds of thousands of homes to millions by the next decade. There are solutions, and they've worked elsewhere. States that reformed zoning laws and streamlined building permits saw construction rise and prices stabilize. Illinois cities could follow suit by allowing multi-unit homes on single lots, removing outdated regulations, and rethinking property tax structures that discourage development. But that requires political will and a shift from short-term revenue to long-term growth. Illinois stands at a crossroads. The market isn't collapsing, it's boiling over. If supply doesn't rise soon, the cost of staying in Illinois may push even more families out of it. The question is no longer whether the market will explode, but how many people will be caught in the blast.